How many people in here have ever been scuba diving before? All right, nice. Well, when I was about 11 years old, my parents told my brother and me that we would be getting our scuba diving certifications in Mexico. So I was so excited about this, and I really could not wait at all. What they didn't tell us, however, is that we'd be sitting in a classroom for 4 hours every single day watching informational videos in order to get this certification. So upon my discontent, I decided I might as well watch these videos and pay attention, especially if I'm stuck in a classroom with my brother for so long. So during one of the videos, the narrator said something that caught my attention, and I haven't forgotten since. She said, "We know more about the face of the moon than we do about the bottom of the ocean." I was so infatuated with this idea, and I couldn't get it out of my head, how something at our fingertips was so much more undiscovered than something that's so far away. Well, a few weeks ago, I was fortunate enough to meet with Dr. Jeremy Richmond of the Aviel Foundation. Dr. Richmond said something to me that caught my attention and brought me back to my scuba lessons. He said, "We know more about the bottom of the ocean than we do about the brain." Now, this concept was crazy to me. It makes sense that something so vast and that covers 71% of the Earth is pretty undiscovered. But something that's only about 15 centimeters and inside of our own bodies is so unexplored seems to be pretty crazy. So, we often fear what we don't know. How many people in here have ever broken a bone before? Well, when you go to the doctor doesn't say, "You are broken arm," or "You are broken leg." The doctor says, "You have a broken arm," or "You have a broken leg." Well, the same thing goes for the brain. We're so frightened when somebody says, "I am schizophrenic," or "I am depressed," as opposed to saying, "I have depression," or "I have schizophrenia." We need to start understanding that creating these labels creates a greater gap in society. We have a detrimental view on people who have these symptoms, and we view it as almost like a disability. And the brain is mostly based on symptoms. So why do we view it this way? And it's not something that's completely discovered yet. And is there a cure? Well, not necessarily. Brain health can go recognized and unrecognized. There's times when maybe there's a death in a family, or there's a breakup happening. It's okay to be sad or angry for periods of time. But maybe if there's symptoms for longer periods of time, that's when it should be addressed. However, unfortunately, oftentimes, brain health can go unrecognized. So, this is when discrimination and fear comes out. The brain can change and adapt on many levels. So why are we, as Homo sapiens, so much more adaptable than, say, a turtle? Well, because we have something called neocortex. Our neocortex is part of our cerebral cortex. Now, to put all the big words aside, basically what this means is that our neocortex controls our spatial reasoning, our sensory perception, our generation and motor commands, and especially in humans, language. So, although many species live so that they can eventually die off and adapt to their environments, humans live so that we have the environment adapt to us. And this is because our neocortex gives us something that no other species has. This is called imagination. Our imagination is something that has helped us over time adapt to other environments and help us become greater than any other species. The environment adapts to us. So with this, we created the Pegasus, the bird and the horse. And this is a pretty weird concept, right? Now that we think about it. It's not something that you generally perceive to be so bizarre until you really think about it. But that's because we rely on this diverse imagination pool. What this does is this gives us a wide range of ideas and things that we would never expect, or that we don't have, that we have that other species don't. So before we can judge, we must first understand and we must first love. All of our brain health develops at different rates, and sometimes this is something that we need to understand. We must first begin to accept the diversity that lies in the unknown. before we can judge. We must begin to love and let go of fear. We must first be humane and then human.